Hello, we're here with Gareth Price-Jones, who is the Humanitarian Policy Lead for CARE, based in Geneva. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Gareth, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. Yeah, very good.
How have you been finding Istanbul and the summit so far?
So actually we're quite impressed. It's better than we were expecting. We came up with some traffic light indicators before the summit of what would constitute a good, bad, indifferent summit. We were expecting to be hovering around the high red. We're actually now really on the well into the amber, so which is better than we expected. So yeah, generally impressed.
Okay, great. So what is actually the kind of the things that you are seeing that is encouraging in terms of really moving forward on some of the agendas that have been addressed at the summit?
Yeah, so some of the things it's really around the commitments the states are making. So a big example was the grand bargain yesterday, where we were expecting that to be tweaking the humanitarian aid system, nothing really specific from states. What we saw was not only a strong grand bargain, which we knew about before, but some really concrete commitments from states that suggest they're planning to implement it in a realistic way. So, for example, Denmark announced that they'd revised their humanitarian strategy based on the commitment. We got Germany and Norway announced new funds. That's the kind of concrete commitments that we've been asking for some months, and frankly we weren't expecting to get, so that's quite encouraging.
So yeah, we're seeing some commitments from some global north states, let's say. So in terms of a lot of the host countries, how active have they been? Sometimes, you know, the host countries could be problematic. Has the summit tried to address this issue in terms?
Yeah, so we've had some challenges. For example, the Vice President of Kenya made some very blunt comments about blaming refugees for crime and drugs in his country. But in general, we've had some quite inspiring. So we've had the hosts here, Turkey, and a number of other southern states, kind of saying very loudly that they won't close their borders, that they're committed to offering refuge. That was good. We've had others along similar lines, so that's quite good. I mean, certainly not the kind of real earth-shifting tectonics that we may have hoped for that would constitute a green for us in CARE, but real commitments nonetheless, and real reinforcements as well.
Did you attend the session on political leadership for...
No, unfortunately I missed that. I was in the other one, so yeah.
But just, I guess, in general, I mean, we've seen some things that came out of that, and do you think that, you know, the issue that maybe some NGOs were really, you know, apprehensive about or weren't happy that wasn't being addressed?
Particularly on this issue somewhere where we disagree specifically with MSF's position, where they're concerned about kind of joining the two. For us, you know, you've got to deal on the supply side, you've got to deal on improving how the humanitarian system works, how we supply aid to those that need it. But you've also got to do some serious work on the demand for aid. The scale we're seeing of need is just unacceptably high at the moment, and it's clearly better to stop someone's house burning down in the first place rather than try to rebuild it or replace it afterwards. So you have to do both, and we're pleased to see that political action. It's frankly not the level of political action that we think is needed, but it's a start. And you know, we're very disappointed there aren't more heads of state here, particularly the G7 and the powerful states that fund so much of humanitarian aid, and the big states that, you know, the P5 from the Security Council, they're not here, they're not engaged at that high level, and that's disappointing because that's the kind of engagement we need to reduce the demand for humanitarian aid we see at the moment.
So maybe something for the next summit then?
Well, maybe. We're still not convinced that a summit's the best way of achieving that. I mean, one of the things for us, we were always clear that we expected real gains from this summit. Our question was whether the gains would justify the cost, because of course we have other venues where we can discuss these issues. And the aim of having a summit was to get that very high level of participation, which we haven't seen.
Well, I don't want to end it on a slightly negative note, but you know, that could be just like a lesson learned for the organisers and OCHA and UNDP.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the organisation, there's been a lot of hiccups, but overall I think a lot's gone well, and we've been very impressed with the scale of the event. So it's just a shame those high-level political leaders weren't here to engage with that.
All right, thank you, Gareth.
Thank you.